Welcome back, everyone. This is Al from BluFo Innovations. In this video, we're going to continue building out our HTML page. If you've been following the tutorial series up until this point, then you should have something very similar to what I have here. All we've done so far is we created a couple of headers. They're displayed on the page. It's all very simple. But if you think about any modern day website, there's a lot more going on. There's images, maybe some videos, a rotating banner, navigation bars, perhaps a contact form. And while your website won't always contain all of these features, you'll usually want more than just some text. One thing is for sure, most websites are going to have at least three things in their structure. They're going to have a header, maybe a main or a body section, and they're going to have a footer section. So let's start with that. We're going to start building out these pieces of our website, and specifically today we're going to focus on the header section. We're going to try to have that built before we move on to the other sections. So let's get started with that. First, let's create a header section. To do that, I'm going to go down 2 spaces and I'm going to start typing out the header tag. And yes, the header tag is different from the head tag. We talked about head a little bit in the previous video. We're going to go much more in depth into that at a later time. But for now, in the main body of your HTML document, you want to use the header tag. So I'm going to close that tag. And then we're going to create 2 more sections. We're going to create a main section, which will, of course, hold the main content of our website. And eventually, we're going to want a footer section. So I'll use the footer tag. Now, we're not going to fill those out. We're going to only fill out the header section today. But it's okay to put those in place because we know we're going to want them eventually. So what is a header tag? Or what is the header element? Well, it's basically just a container. It's going to contain the other elements that fill out the header of your website. And there's a bunch of different ways to group elements together or containerize elements, but it's good to use tag names that reflect the part of your website you're working on. And there's a couple different benefits to that. One is it's going to make your code a lot more readable. If you come back to work on this code later, it's going to be nice to say, oh, okay, I'm working in the header section. Or if someone else is to work on your code, it's going to make it much more readable for them. The other benefit to it is that if you have users who are using a screen reader, it's going to help them navigate your page. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for them to know what part of the page they're working on. So it's always good to use tag names that reflect the part of your page that you're working on. With that being said, a container on its own doesn't really do anything. If I'm to save this page and we take another look at our HTML document, it doesn't really look any different, right? We have our H1 and our H2 tags here, and then nothing. There's no shapes or squares or colors or anything like that. You have to actually put things into these containers. So to start that, let's move down what we already have. And there's a couple different ways we can do it. We can either copy and just paste our headers in between those header tags, or I'm going to show you another little VS Code shortcut here. I have these 2 lines highlighted, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the Alt key, and then I'm going to press the arrow down key a couple of times, and look at that. It's going to move it right in there, and it's going to align the spacing really nicely for me as well. Again, when you're nesting elements, it's good to use those spaces. So I have the body element, then I have the header element, and then I have my 2 heads, my H1 and my H2's elements in there. So that looks really good. But of course, we want to add more to our header, right? It still looks very much the same. To make things more interesting, let's try adding a logo to our header. I'm going to go back to VS Code, and we're going to do a couple of things we haven't done yet. The first thing we're going to need to display a logo is a logo image, and we're going to have other images in our project. So I want to create an image folder to store the images in our project directory and keep things well organized. So I just created that folder. It's called IMG. And then I'm going to need to get my logo file. In this tutorial, I'm going to use the BluFo logo. So I'm going to drag this one, logo PNG, over into that image file, drop it, and there it is. It's now in my project folder. I can close out of that, and we've got to add it to our HTML page. To do that, we're going to use a new tag, the image tag. I'm going to create a new line and start typing IMG, that's the image tag, and we're going to use something else that's new. We're going to use attributes. So what is an attribute? Well, certain HTML tags can have their behavior modified using attributes. In this case, we're going to type src equals, and between these quotation marks, we want to have the relative path of that logo image. So what I'm going to do is type dot, which is a current working directory, slash, there's the image folder we created, and there's our logo.png. So it's /img/logo.png, and that should find our logo. And then we're going to use one more attribute here. We're going to use the alt attribute. And what that does is if for some reason it can't display the image, it's going to display this text instead. So I'm going to just call this BluFo logo like that. And now I'm going to close the tag. And yes, you'll notice this is a little bit different from what we've done up until this point. We don't have an opening and a closing tag because there's nothing going in between. We just have our image tag with the attributes, and I can close it like that. Now I'll go ahead and save it. And if we go to take a look at our HTML page, there it is. There's our logo. It looks really good and it's right where we wanted it to be, although it's pretty big. So let's add one more attribute. I'll go back to our image tag here. And this time I'm just going to add a width attribute. And I'm going to say for now, we'll say 250. That's going to be 250 pixels wide for that image. I'll save it again. And if we take a quick look, you'll see it's smaller. That's a pretty good size. We're going to put a lot more attention later in this tutorial series into making this all look good. But for now, you're seeing that we're getting all of the elements in place that we want to work with. Now we go back to VS Code, and our header is really starting to take shape. But there's one more thing I want to add, and that's a navigation bar. In this case, I want to add it underneath the logo image. So I'm going to create a new line, type nav, we'll close that tag. And here's where our links are going to go. So we're going to create an A, which is an anchor tag, and then we're going to use another attribute, href. And this attribute will contain the link where we want to go. It could either be inside our current HTML page, or it might be to an external page. So far, we don't have anywhere to navigate to. So I'm just going to put a hash mark, and that will navigate to the top of the page. We'll close the tag, and then in between there, we want to put the text that will actually be displayed for the link. Now, our tutorial series will have three main sections, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I need to create 3 links. You can do this a couple different ways. You can just type them all out, which again is great practice, or you can copy them. You can copy and paste, or I'm going to show you one more VS Code shortcut. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the Shift key and the Alt key, and then press arrow down and press it down again. And that quickly I've created 3 links. I'm just going to change the text here, CSS, JavaScript. I'm going to save it, and if we take a quick look at our page, there we go. There's the start of a navigation bar. It doesn't look good now. Everything's a little bit bunched together. I'm just going to put a quick fix in there for the moment to spread that out a little bit. I'm just going to put a space and a line here, a space and a line here. It's going to treat that like it's normal text, and if we take another quick look at it, you can see now things are spread out a little bit more. Again, in the future, we're going to make that look a little bit cleaner, prettier, more dynamic, but for now, we're just building that skeleton right. And so far, I think we've put together a really nice header. So in the next tutorial video, we're going to take a look at that main section.